Tariffs are the latest trend wreaking havoc on the electronic component supply chain. The ability to track tariffs during your part selection process and create a supply chain resilient part database will help minimize costs, reduce lead times, and mitigate component risk for your PCB designs. This how-to is going to discuss how to use the CIP compliance module to seamlessly integrate tariff and supply chain information from Silicon Expert into your component database. With OrCAD XCapture open, select CIP Open CIP from the menu. Log in with your username and password. By default, the CIS database search window will be opened. If this is not visible, select CIS DB Search. A saved search can be used to review tariff information during a component database search and part selection. Tariff information requires access to Silicon Expert through the compliance module in CIP. First, we will configure a search which will allow us to review critical tariff information within the search results. Under Parametric field, select the drop-down currently displayed as part number and select Value. This will allow us to search for a component based on the value. Select the checkbox to include additional fields in the search results. Select the drop-down for the additional field and select Manufacturer. Begin typing the field on the keyboard to quickly find it in the drop-down selection. Select the plus to add an additional field to the search criteria. Select the drop-down for the additional field and select Manufacturer Part Number. Then select the plus to add another field to the search criteria. Select the drop-down and select Summary Data US-China Tariff Impact, then select the plus to add another field. The US-China Tariff Impact field will display the probability that the component will be affected by tariffs. This result will be displayed as not likely impacted, less likely impacted, probably impacted, and impacted now. Select the drop-down for the additional field and select HTS USA, then select the plus to add another field to the search criteria. HTS USA refers to the Harmonized Tariff Schedule of the United States. The Harmonized Tariff Schedule sets out the tariff rates and statistical categories for all merchandise imported into the United States. The HTS is based on the International Harmonized System, which is the global system of nomenclature applied to most world trade in goods. Select the drop-down for the additional field and select Countries of Origin. The countries of origin displays where the component is produced and identifies which country carried out the last significant manufacturing process. Saved searches can be configured with any number of parametric fields or additional fields, and return any fields included in CIP. Include additional parametric fields by selecting the plus under Add Remove. Next, we'll save the search to be reused in the future. Under Save a Search, name the search Tariffs. Select the checkbox for Global. This will make the saved search available for all team members within CIP. Select Save. The search has been saved successfully. Close out the window. The saved search is now visible in the Select a Search section and can be used when performing future database searches. Now we'll perform a database search. In the Parameter field, enter 0.1 microfarads to search for capacitors in your component database that have a value of 0.1 microfarad or equivalent. Select Search. Scroll down to view the search results. The return results include the type of component, the part number, the additional fields defined, the ability to preview the schematic symbol, and the ability to place a symbol in the schematic. This provides a high-level overview of critical parameters during part selection to ensure components selected are minimally affected by tariffs. Select a part number to view more information. Scroll down to view additional supply chain information from Silicon Expert. Under Chemical Data, select View to review the materials declaration. Close the material declaration. Under Cross Data, select View. View the alternate components. Here you can view the cross-grade, similarities, and differences. Close the crosses. Within the component view in CIP, you can assign alternate manufacturers and distributors to create a relational database, determine where the component is used, and more. Efficiently track tariffs and supply chain disruptions to create a supply chain resilient part database, streamline purchasing, and reduce costs with the CIP compliance module. For more tutorials, visit us at resources.ema-eda.com. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.